keep talking about something that happened years ago, a fight that happened between me and him years ago. And if you look at our records, our last four fights, I'm 4-0. I fought some great guys. I stopped some guys that people thought I could not stop, and I did what I did. You look at his record; he's 2-2 in his last fights. Some people could say he's 1-3. If I was in his shoes, I'd hold on to every little bit of glory I could. So that's what he did. Floyd Mayweather walks out with all his boxing belts when he fight, and that's just the way they living, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all, man. Why should I let it bother me? I got my belt. Next time I fight, they're gonna announce me as the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, and I can't change his mind. His fans, they're all there thinking so he is. Like I'm here, I'm waiting. If that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do. I can't change his mind. What am I gonna do? Bully him into a fight, or bully him into saying you can't say this? It's freedom of speech in America. You can say whatever you want. So, shit, there's someone going around. There's maybe a fan going around saying that he's the UFC champion of the world right now, featherweight champion of the world. What I'm going to do? Like, go there and get into some hostile fight over Twitter over it? It is what it is. Everybody know who's the champion. No, because that means he'd have to fight my ass. So if you want to ass whooping at 145, come on down, man. Everybody can get it. Like I told you before, I'm here. I want to fight everyone. Being a champion. Now I get to hang out with champions inside the organizations. I get to be around other champions that's not even in our sport, and the mindsets is different. It's hard to go out there and protect something that you earned, I worked hard, I got this belt, I earned it. And it's hard to find the motivation to be like, I got to keep earning this and keep earning it. Well, it's super easy to do what Conor does, He earns something, then he looks over the fence. He looks for something new, and it's very easy to be motivated from something new, If somebody told me you can go do boxing, it's going to be way more easier to get out of bed like, oh yeah, I get to try something new, or if someone told you, oh, how about you do this and that, everything is it's much more easier getting motivated for something that's always new, for the first try, let's do this, let's do that, always spreading around. But it's hard to get motivated for something that you got to keep earning over and over again, so I just don't think he's that type of guy, So does he come back down to featherweight? We see, Do I go up there and fight him? We see, There's between me and him, I just don't think that between us and the world, I think action speaks louder than words, and actions speak louder than words, and his actions say a lot about him. No, not at all. I think so. The interest more is that trilogy fight with Nate, and the reason why I say, I'm not saying Nate is the easier fight by any means. Nate is a motherfucker, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, he fought Nate one time. He lost, and people still call him the champ, I lost to this guy years ago, and people still call him the champ. They call me I'm the fake champ in our weight, Nate is the man, and that fight, and it already showed, that he can lose to Nate, and he can still hold this championship level mindset to his peers and to his fans or whatever. Versus if he comes fight me and he loses, then his fairy tale ends. It crumbles, If he comes and fight me and he loses, then his fairy tale is done. This champ, this whole mystic thing is done. It's over with, and that's the type of guy that's the kind of type of person I think he is. I don't think so. He wants to risk that, especially against a guy like me. Right now, the contract it's moving. I think so. We're going in the right direction, and we're figuring out little stuff, little by little. But we see what happens. I'm still waiting. I think so. It's moving in the right direction, and I think things is going good. I think so. We should have something done soon. Yeah, we see what happens. We see what happens. These things take time. You're a business guy. I'm a business guy. We know this business thing take time. Especially with this whole thing in August, this big fight, and I think so. Now we're going to get back to the table, and we should figure out something very soon. that we were seeing, you know, they reached out to us, but it made no sense. You know, I still had I had this hand injury that I'm dealing with still today. You know, I still didn't get cleared. You know, a doctor kind of semi cleared me, but told me to keep it open. We figured it out. So I gotta go see. I gotta in a couple weeks. I gotta go meet up with my hand doctor and see what he say. Perfect world, you know. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I really wanted to get on that November 4th card. You know, MSG. That place is history, man. You know,
Yeah.
being able to fight in there, there's a lot of history there, and that's what I wanted to do. You know, but we see what happens. You know, it's looking like the December card. You know, maybe Detroit, or maybe at the end of the year. The end of the year would be fun. I get to fight at the Night Island in front of my Hawaiians. You know, and finally bring a belt to. As if we can't get UFC Hawaii, you know, Las Vegas is the closest thing, and we can do a UFC Hawaii in Las Vegas, and people are gonna lose their minds, I think. Yeah, you know, like that's what I said. You know, you know the whole Frankie thing. Everybody's like, oh, fight Frankie, fight this. I wanted to fight Frankie last MSG card. I asked for him. You know, I didn't want to fight Pettis. I wanted to fight Frankie in the MSG card. But things happen for a reason. You know, we ended up didn't get in that fight. He ended up fighting someone else. You know, a year later, now he wants to fight me. So we see what happens. You know, only time can tell. And if he's the guy next up, he's the guy next up. You know, if he wants to be the guy, there's a little bit of history there. But it's up to the UFC, man. I'll fight whoever. It's all right. The last time I checked it, they still said it was like at 80%, 85, and you know, it's just my thumb. It's something that I used to. It's the gripping part that they're worried about. But he said it's coming along. He's moving along. That's why I had a checkup a couple weeks ago, and he said let's give it a couple more weeks and then come back in and we go from there. Yeah, yeah. I you know, a lot of people they keep saying, oh yeah, he beat you with a bum knee or whatever. The man got hurt at the ending of the second round with like a minute left. And the reason why we got hurt is because he took my ass down and we got tangled on the ground. His legs got tangled and went a certain way, and I heard him when we was fighting. I heard him go, ah, he screamed in the fight, and I was like, holy shit. And I asked him, you okay? And he's like, yeah, we just keep fighting, so it's cool. But I hurt my ankle in that fight very early in the fight, you know, like 30 seconds into the fight. I fucking kicked him in his damn knee, and then I kicked him in his elbow. And you know, my ankle's messed up due to the fact why I wasn't moving as much. You know, a lot of my fights, if you go watch, I move. You know, I didn't want to defend it. You know, I don't want to take away from the guy, but you know, the guy that it's just funny to me that I'm the type of person, like, you know, I didn't want to say anything about it. You know, it's just I don't want to take away from the guy's win, but the guy's over here. Every damn time he's done fight or something comes out of an injury or this and that, or he's sick, you know. The thing came out before this fight, that the first Nate fight, he was sick before the fight and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck, man? How much fucking excuses are you gonna say, you know? It's just fucking just let the fight be. Just don't say shit, you know? That's what I believe in, and you know, things ain't going my way. That wasn't my night, and if we're running back, I think so it'd be way different fight. You know, like I said before, we fought years ago.